Hello everyone, this is Ashish here and welcome back once again to another interesting video on this series on money recovery. In the couple of previous videos, we spoke about check bounce, but today we are going to be talking about you. Yes, you as an everyday consumer. Now, we wear the hat of a consumer almost every single day. We buy products and services left, right and center in this modern era of e-commerce. But don't you think it's important for us consumers to know about all the laws that is protecting and governing us? So keep watching this video because today we will be talking about all those consumer rights that you must be aware of. Consumer Protection Act of 2019. This is the law which governs the consumer rights in India. So this law replaced the earlier Consumer Protection Act of 1986 in order to accommodate the new challenges which consumers are facing in a market where e-commerce is the new normal. Almost all businesses are trying to reach out to their consumers in many innovative ways. Thus, it becomes inevitable for the law to recognize the rights which the consumers can use to protect themselves in this e-commerce era. There are 6 consumer rights that are recognized by this Consumer Protection Act of 2019. So they are right to be protected, right to be informed, right to choice, right to be heard, the right to seek redressal, and the right to consumer awareness. Now let's look at each of these rights one by one. Right to be protected. You have the right to be protected against the marketing of goods and services which are considered to be hazardous for life and property. The law has set certain standards for the manufacture and sale of different types of products, and any product that you use should comply with such standards. For example, all the imported toys should comply with the standards prescribed by the Bureau of Indian Standards, and all the food products that are available in the market should follow the standards prescribed by the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. The next is the right to be informed. You have the right to be informed about the quality, quantity, potency, purity, standard, and the price of goods, of products and services as the case may be, so as to protect yourself against unfair trade practices. You should insist on getting all the information about the product or service before making a purchase decision. This will enable you to act wisely and responsibly and also prevent you from falling prey to high pressure selling techniques. For this reason, every product that you use should have a clear label which contains all the necessary information about the product, such as the MRP, the details of the manufacturer, the components of the product, expiry date, etc. If an advertisement about a product or a service is tend to be false or having misleading information, then you have the right to file a complaint against both the brand and also the celebrity or the influencer who is endorsing that product. Next is the right to choice. So you as a consumer have a right to compare and contrast different products from the market and compare them at competitive pricing and then make a well-informed decision. No manufacturer or service provider can force their products or services onto you, leaving you with no choice but to accept the terms of the manufacturer or the service provider. After getting all the relevant information, you have the right to make an informed decision in exploring multiple other choices available in the market. The right to be heard. So you as a consumer have the right to be heard, and also you have an option to file a grievance complaint online before you make a formal complaint for the dispute resolution process. So in India, dispute resolution has become far more accessible to consumers under the current consumer regime law in India. Filing a consumer complaint is no longer a tedious process. It has been made accessible to each and every consumer so that no issue can go unaddressed. Every big corporation who is into the consumer market is supposed to have a dedicated helpline number to address the consumer grievances. For example, the label of every product should contain the contact details which you can use to highlight your issue. The government has also established a national consumer helpline number where you can register your complaint online free of cost. For every complaint, the National Consumer Helpline will send a notice to the seller or the service provider to come forward and resolve the issue. Alternatively, our experts at Vakilsearch will also help you send a consumer complaint notice against the seller. The next right is the right to seek redressal. So you as a consumer have an option to seek redressal against any unfair trade practices, restrictive trade practices, or any other form of exploitation of consumers. This right is by far the most powerful object in the hands of the consumer because this right justifies the entire purpose of the Consumer Protection Act of 2019. The main objective of this right is to provide a very speedy and a cost-efficient method of dispute redressal. Towards this end, The law has established the Dispute Redressal Commission at the district level, at the state level, and also at the national level. Under this act, the Commission should try to resolve a complaint within a period of 3 months. If a lab testing is required to check a defective product, for example, the complaint shall be resolved within a period of 4 to 5 months. The government has also created a portal where the petition can be filed online and only the hearing can be attended offline at these consumer redressal forums. Here again, you can approach our experts at Vakilsearch who will appear on your behalf in all these consumer forums. The last but not the least is the right to consumer awareness. For the success of the aim of the Consumer Protection Act of 2019, it is necessary to educate the consumer with different provisions of various statutes which favor the protection and promotion of the consumer. An aware consumer forms the basis of a highly competitive and malpractice-free market order. So firms like Vakilsearch are established to provide legal assistance to such aggrieved customers and also educate the customers about such important provisions which might be applied in your day-to-day life. Remember, a literate consumer is the king of the market. So I hope you are now more aware of all the different consumer laws and rights that you need to be aware of in your regular day-to-day life. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more relevant content.